Hey, I would greatly appreciate it if you could support my eBay shop. Simply go to ebay.com in the search bar, type in Latrice Limited, click on it, and support me. So I have a wide variety of items in there. I got men's ties, I got comic books, I got a whole bunch of stuff, trading cards. I also have candles, soaps, bath bombs, all that. Definitely support me. And now let's get into this video. I came across a post that was on Instagram. I'm actually going to read her post, play the video, and then I'm gonna get my thoughts and opinions as we go. It says, about a month or two ago, I was having a conversation with a coworker. He was telling me how he hasn't been out or in a relationship for 6 years. He doesn't think he's attractive, and we spoke on our insecurities. I also spoke on some more personal things that I cannot disclose. Since I've known him, he's always been the sweetest person ever, always willing to help and always putting a smile on my face and others. I asked him on a date last week, and he was shocked and lost for words, literally. I made his whole day, and that made my heart smile. We had such an amazing time at Sandbox VR. I told him he has a forever partner in crime to hit the town with. We outside this year, period. Be kind. You never know how a kind gesture can impact a person. He doesn't know he made my day more than I made his. Okay. So right now I'm actually going to play the video. And it actually showcases like the virtual reality expenditure that they had. And here you go.
No.
Beta team, welcome to Deadwood Valley.
Get off me!
Those jaws! They seem to be infected!
Oh shit! Oh. I hate dogs!
Time to party!
Show us your moves, y'all! There it is!
Nice moves!
Go Chris! Go Chris! Go Chris! Go Chris!
So as you guys can see, they look like they had so much fun doing the whole virtual reality thing. I thought it was a really nice gesture. Now, as great as it is, of course, you got the internet and people always want to hate on everything. Okay. So there's some negativity that was coming from the post that she made and the video that she made. Okay. So obviously this is what they look like. Okay. And you have some people who are just being straight out rude about things. Okay. So one is people are mad that she offered to take him out as a friend and / coworker. Okay. People are saying, oh, well, you're giving him a pity date. That sucks. You know, you're a terrible person because you're just being nice to him just to be nice. And he can't expect anything else out of you besides friendship. Right. Which to me, I'm like, and your point is, right? I don't understand. Okay, fine. Even if it is a pity date, but she's saying that he's a sweet guy, very nice. He didn't have that self-esteem about him. He didn't feel like he was an attractive guy. He didn't feel like that. I'm assuming he would get along with other women. And she was like, yo, you cool. Let's hang out. You know, come on. Let's get out. Let's go. You know, you haven't had a date in 6 years. So what's the problem? And people are saying, oh, well, she was just being nice to him. And that's not right. No woman should just be nice to a man and he can't expect anything. Where are you living? That's crazy. Another thing is just the fact of she's a female, he's a male, and you know, people are like, oh, well, you should be sleeping with him. You should give the coochie up to him because you were nice to him. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense. Why should someone, so every woman should be mean. So if every woman was rude and an a-hole to every man that they have zero interest in, then y'all be saying, oh, see, that's the problem with y'all women. That's the problem. So she's now being the complete opposite, being nice, friendly, and even saying, hey, let's go out and hang out together. You know, let's be partners in crime together, you know, right? And now you're saying, oh, well, that's terrible because she's too nice to him. Okay, whatever. That makes no sense. Just because you're being nice to somebody does not automatically mean we're a thing. You know what I mean? And she even said, yo, we're just friends. You know, this is just all it is. But I'm gonna go through the little article, or not the article, but I'm gonna go through her post a little bit more thoroughly. So, said that they were, and it said about a month or two ago, I was having a conversation with my coworker. He was telling me how he hasn't been out in a relationship for 6 years. So automatically she's thinking, oh my goodness, why haven't you? Right. So of course they talked about it. He said he doesn't think he's attractive. Now, in regards to this, in the comment section, there were people who were also saying like, well, what you should have given him was a gym membership. You should have, instead of taking him out on a date, he needs to just be working on himself, right? So I guess my question is this, because he's a male, and, a lot of the people who were saying this were males as well. So every male that has ever seen this man in person, in real life, did you all offer him a gym membership? Did you all offer him to take him to the gym with you every week, so y'all could get going and offer him some real life tips? No one did that. Y'all just wait until y'all see this like, well, he should have been working out. That'll make him feel much better. Who's to say that they didn't discuss that? Who's to say that they never talked about that? People are just making up these, accusations and saying, oh, well, you should have taken him to a gym and did this and did that, and he needs to be working on himself and da-da-da. Obviously, he is in the process of it, and he understands, okay, I don't feel that attractive. And maybe he just hasn't thought about it. Maybe he is in the process of it. Maybe she's helping him. But every man that has ever seen him in person, I would love to have known your story on you taking this man in to the gym. Otherwise, it's irrelevant, because yes, could he use a gym membership? Could he be in the gym, do some of that, work on himself physically, mentally, emotionally? Yeah, of course. But what's wrong with having a date? It's great to eat salads all the time, but what's wrong with having a steak every now and again? Okay. And this was that nice steak moment. Okay. There's nothing wrong with doing that other stuff. Cool. But this right here is that one moment where it was like, this is special. This is great. Not every relationship between a male and a female always has to come down to sex. It could just be talking. It could just be, hey, I'm familiar with you. Let's hang out. Let's, go to the movie. Let's go out for dinner. Let's go out and do some virtual reality stuff. It doesn't always have to come down to that. And if it does for you, then I think you're the problem. At the end of the day, if it's like, well, every time a man and woman together, then they have to have sex, then that's on you, boo. Okay, not everybody is like that. But yeah, I did like the fact that she put in there, we spoke about her insecurities, so it wasn't just like, oh man, you feel like you're unattractive, man, I can't relate. You know what I mean? It wasn't something that was like that. And of course, I like the fact that she wasn't putting everything out there like, well, he said he didn't like this, he didn't like this, he didn't like that. I like that she didn't do that. But yeah, I mean, that's also another thing. She says, since I know he's always been the sweetest person ever. And I kind of also felt like this was maybe like a little thing. Like, hey, this is my friend. This is my coworker. He's a great guy. And heck, social media is social media. So it may be one of those things where one chick may see him and be like, he's a nice guy. You're saying he's a nice guy? He seems like fun. You know what? Let me see if I can hit him up. You know what I mean? You never know. This could be a nice little kind of, hey, I'm putting you out there. Another thing, it says that always willing to help and putting a smile on my face and others. So just shows that he's not just being nice to her, but he's being nice to other people as well. Okay, so she said that she asked him out on a date, and you could have friend dates, y'all. Okay, and he was shocked. She said that I made his whole day, but in the end, she also said that he made my day probably more than I made his, and that's what I thought was really nice. And I like that she was saying like, oh, we're partners in crime, this is just something really nice to have a nice bond. So hey, if you need to call me, for whatever the reason is, maybe you're feeling down that day, give me a call. Hey, if you want to just go to the park and let's walk around, let's do it. Not everything has to be about let's be in a physical, intimate relationship, like that. It could just be, hey, let's have a friendship. And I don't think anything's wrong with that. No, I know there's nothing wrong with that. I just thought this was a nice heartfelt thing that she did, and receiving the ridicule that she is receiving is completely ridiculous.